Hi everyone, Ben Danny here. I hope you're all doing well. Apologies for the brief black screen there. Welcome back to Nordhold, which I played the demo of not long ago in the Steam Next Fest. And they've very kindly given me a key for the final release, so we can have a little bit of an early look. The game comes out in 5 or 6 days' time, 25th. So not long now till it comes out. We're not quite on the final release version, but all the content is in. We could actually add in our code as well. We could redeem our demo reward, but we won't. We'll play from scratch just because it seems more fun to do that. Just making sure, apologies for the silence for a second. That's fine. Just making sure that YouTube is catching up. This is always a little bit slow compared to Twitch. Right. Would you like to continue? Yes. So I started playing and I did the first little bit of the tutorial and I quickly exited out because I wasn't sure if it was going to play the tutorial or not. So we haven't really done anything yet. Put down the tower for the tutorial. I put down a second tower, and we don't really need the tutorial. We played the demo. So remember the various buildings that we can put up there. Obviously, getting the mill down would be pretty handy right now. We can afford it, so let's do that. We can probably stick a person on that so we can get some more workers out. We've plenty of room for workers, up to 6. We'll probably stick another tower down somewhere useful. That's got a nice range, but I'm kind of leaning towards putting it there. The reason not there is just that could be better used for something else, like a lightning tower. So let's go with that. So tower defense, for anyone who didn't see me play the demo. And it's quite a good tower defense, and it's got roguelike elements. Roguelike elements. Like or light, there is a difference. I have seen an explanation of it recently, and I can't remember it. These early waves are nice and straightforward. We don't have to worry too much. Obviously, we can upgrade the towers when the time comes. We can either spend gold to upgrade, or we can... Oh, that was quick. Okay, so we're now going to choose our banner. Rapid Archer. The arrow tower fires bursts of 3 arrows, each dealing reduced damage. So damage per arrow is 39%. Fire rate is 85%. So it fires a bit slower. Okay. No idea. Lucky shot. Arrows from the arrow tower deal more damage and have a chance to fire an additional arrow. That's pretty good increase in damage, and the extra shot chance is pretty nice. 13% isn't terrible. If you had both of those, they work together. Or we do Bodkin arrow. Increases the fire rate of your towers, so fire rate plus 27%. I do like the increased fire rate, but I think we'll go with the rare one. There we go. This is leveled up, so the tutorial now makes a noise like it's talking to you. So that's a nice improvement. At least it was just sort of text before. I would increase the fire rate. That would be my preferred choice. They've changed... Level 2 tower. I'm sure they've changed how these are displayed slightly, which makes them easier to understand, because they were a little confusing before. We do have access to the volcano mortar. The game just saved when I clicked on it. Okay. Right click to cancel tower play. Thing is it going to turn around here? It is turning. So I'd actually like to put it here so it's covering as much... Okay, we might just... hitting escape instead of right-clicking, even though it just told me to and I read it out. I want to put it in the middle here somewhere. Hang on. That's a good place. Starting to get fast-moving ones now, but we should be absolutely fine there. Yeah. Now, in the demo, the volcano mortars were doing a lot of the hard work. Let's just increase the speed again. I like increasing the fire rate on these things. We can afford a new worker, which we will put on there, so we can afford another worker sooner. And the next worker we'll use to build probably the quarry, so we can get some stone and be able to build more volcano mortars. Obviously, we're not going to get too far the first time round because we won't have the starting resources or anything. We need to play it a few times over to get there. Right. Do we spend the 40 points on one of these? Probably. Kind of. I think that's a good position because it's kind of covering all sides. And again, I want to save the 3 high position for something else. Make good use of the higher positions because obviously the range increase is very valuable. But I also like to make sure I'm using it on the best towers. Like some towers have such a small range, the rune towers. The runestone tower is very, very good, but its range is generally so small, it's a waste to try and put it further back. It's got to be somewhere near the front, even if it's on a lower one. Right, we're not doing anything else this turn. Explore. Quite a straight path this time. Usually it's curved all the way around and back up on itself by now. What that means is, annoyingly, this isn't quite as effective. Okay. Hero choice. Passive attributes. 1 path tiles. Halve the chance of branches. Okay, so there can be branches where you might need to cover multiple roads on the path, so that's quite nice. Elite enemy chance plus 20%. And the spells are Fireball, 250 damage in radius, and Arc and Explosion, 150 damage in radius. Gain 1% spell damage. He brings us some wood and gold, which is quite nice. Spells are 250 damage to an enemy, jumps 3 more targets than a normal. I guess it's chain lightning. And then lightning strike 90 damage to a single enemy. And it does jump. Okay. And then this guy brings a chest, which will have something in it. Usually a card. Or banner. Could be something else. Tower upgrades. -1 gold per tower level. It's not huge. Well, I guess per tower level. So by the time you get to level 4, it's still not much. And he gets Ice Strike, which gives slow. That's quite nice, something that gives slow. And that deals 200 damage to the most forward 8 enemies and inflicts weakness. I'm actually debating between these two. I like the fact he gives us a lot more resources. And I'm not too bothered about it branching, because we're not going to be in it that long. And I like the damage output on these spells, because at least we can use that on the boss. Let's go with this guy. Worth it for the extra resources. Shame he didn't bring us food. But we've got so much wood, actually. We could do that. And then we'll literally be able to get a new worker next turn. Because he did bring a lot of wood. It's leveled up. Let's increase its fire rate. Okay, I think we can just hit explore and roll this forward. Oh, it's turning around. What are these ones? That's different. I've not seen that symbol before. That we'll need to investigate. Fast moving ones have quite a bit of health. Was slightly worried there for a second, but we're okay. Nice. Okay. Lucky shot. Legendary. Takes us all the way to 68%. I mean, we have to take that one, really, don't we? Oh, we take that. Our tower generates wood. Not really bothered about that. And then volcano, mortar, magma field. It's got to be that one. The legendary. For the massive damage increase. Okay. We can afford a new worker. We're going to build that. We're going to put the worker on there. We've still got plenty of wood at the moment. How much is it for the next worker? 80. So might as well leave them there for now. That'll bring us 10 next turn. We're not in any rush. We've got plenty of wood still. Let's spend some wood. What are these things then? Oh, hello. Plus 1.2 range. That's a big range increase, actually, isn't it? And that applies on top of whatever. So that's plus 1 range, and those ones are 0.5 range. I'm not sure it used to tell you the range increase hovering over in the demo. I mean, that's new. 1.5 for that, and the 4 is a 2. That's quite nice. I don't think it said that before, unless I just ignored it. Kind of has to go this side because it's turning back on itself. I keep doing that. I keep hitting escape instead of right-clicking. Right, what we're going to do is hit explore. And then I'm going to put this down. Oh. Going to tell us about the health bars. Health bars of the enemies are color-coded. Green health bars indicate 100 HP per segment. Turquoise represent 1,000 per segment. Okay. Build that there. It's not the perfect placement, but I can upgrade its range. It got quite lucky with its double shots there. It fired a couple of arrows twice. We can afford another one if push comes to shove. I'd really like the lightning thing. But I can't afford it yet. A little bit worried. Just hovering over my chain lightning. Nope, we're okay. Happy days. This is ready to level up again. Tempted to increase its range. I'm going to increase its range just because then it has more chance of catching them as they go towards the gate. That is going to get a speed increase. That is going to get... Do I do it? I'm leaning towards damage increase on that because the damage and the range on that's pretty good already. It's just damage and fire rate that's the main issue. Another turn before I can have another worker. They got through okay. I think we can risk just hitting explore straight away. Another one of those bonus positions. What I am pleased about is when it gets the roll to get the second attack, or the second arrow, it doesn't necessarily fire it at the same enemy. So it's spreading out the damage a bit. They do a lot of damage now, 168. That legendary upgrade was well worth it. think we'll be okay again, but I'm not going to use the spells until I have to, because I don't want to use them early and then be in a bad position and need them and not have them. Beautiful. You can just have a speed increase. Okay, well, we can get out of the worker now. Let's put one on that. One on each of those. We can't actually afford another volcano mortar. This is doubling back on itself here. I'm leaning towards putting it over here. That's a nice range boost. That's plus 2.1. Wait, that's 2. Oh, it must depend on the tower. It does depend. That's 1.2 for those. Maybe percentage based then? Maybe. That is big, but I don't know where the path's going to turn, so it doesn't seem worth it. Whereas... I'm going to put it there. Umming and ahhing, umming and ahhing. Let's go with that. Banner choice this turn. Let's go. I'm hanging on to all my gold at the minute for if I need to do some upgrades. That got a nice crit. 300 damage. Boss wave. I think we'll struggle on the boss wave. But we'll see. I'll probably have to put down another tower. I really want the banner that makes these fire faster, because the fire rate increase is very nice, and I don't care what it fires at as long as it's just firing, because the AoE is obviously pretty big. That's what I was worried about. The rest should get cleared up now. It's those fast-moving ones that are the biggest issue. Aha! Each volcano model begins to uncontrollably throw magma balls at random enemies. It shoots faster but can no longer be controlled. Fire it, plus 55%. Bang. Done. That's exactly what I wanted. I can unlock the Arc Tower. And I can build them. Okay. This is big. I love the Arc Tower. This is very big. Okay. Does it need to be on the fort? No. It can probably... This is one of those that might benefit from being... This is kind of where I was aiming for putting it on the 3 or something there. I'm leaning towards... I'm going to put it there. I'm not 100% sure I want it there, but I'm putting it there. This has got a level up. Let's level up its speed. That's got another level up. It's got speed. It's already doing lots of damage because of the other upgrades we got. Can't afford another house. I'm going to hang on to everything for the minute, though. Okay, boss wave. This might go horribly wrong since I don't have any upgrades yet. But we'll see. The bosses are pretty nasty. There he is. So he has what? If each of those is 1,000, he has a lot of health. I love these things because they're very good at hitting the fast moving stuff. I'm just hitting him with that straight away. One more spell point. I can use it on either. I wish I had another one of these up here. It's actually taken a lot of hits, so we should be okay. I'm actually more worried about the other blue guys, because they have a couple of thousand health now. Our arrow towers hit quite hard, so I think we're okay. I was expecting to lose at the boss wave. Didn't even have to use the other spell. Nice. So, legendary. So we need to have a magma field, stacks at impact 13, stacks per hex field 6. Field duration 5 seconds. So we can get burn. We have crit chance of an arc tower is increased. The crit chance of an arc tower also increases its crit damage to a certain share. 123%. Each arrow tower generates 5 wood every wave, and it increases the damage further. That is a lot of wood. I can't not take that. That is a lot of wood. Especially if we put down more arrow towers. You can unlock the runestone tower. Hang on, let's see what this is first. Ah! Special items. So, Staff of Frost. Damage to slowed enemies increases to 125%. Slowed by bleed of Frost Tower spells. I don't have the Frost Tower yet. Or Ghost Worker. You receive a free worker who does not apply to the Ghost Worker. Just because I don't have the Ice Tower, which is quite expensive. That's the Frost Tower there. It's 250. I can now afford the Runestone Tower, which is nice. Can't afford to build one, but it is nice nonetheless. I want to build another one of these. I'm gonna. This is kind of what I was saving that for, so I'm gonna build it there. I really like these towers. How much is my next worker? 100. So I got a ways to go there. I'm going to reduce that. So I get 20. Let's do one. Let's do 1, 2. That's my ghost worker as well. So I'll get 40 and I'll get to more workers very quickly that way. I got to stick down another tower. That is begging for a mortar. Now that I know it curves around that way. So for where to stick this to get the most use out of it. I'm actually thinking like here. Although that probably covers more range utilizing that. Let's do that. Make good use of these arrow towers because they're generating me 5 wood every turn now, so I might as well put more of them down. And we've got the upgrade that makes them hit harder. So it seems well worthwhile. Okay, there's nothing else we can do this turn, so let's plod on. What upgrades can I do here? I'm going to upgrade the shield wall with the 15 points. This is all the other upgrades that you can buy. Obviously, a lot of these were locked Those ones are still locked for some reason. That'll be because I haven't unlocked something. Some of these were locked before, but now we have access to everything. That one's locked at the minute, but I assume we will get access to it. Alright. Let's get the next wave going. I like that you're not sort of in too much of a rush. You know, you can take the waves as you want. These guys have quite a lot of health. I feel like they have more health than they did in the demo. I could be wrong. But it feels that way. Just remember I've got a cup of tea next to me. Okay, starting to get a little bit worried here. They're fast, and their health has gone up quite significantly. I think we're okay. Getting a little bit too far up this time. Didn't enjoy that. This is going to get another damage increase. This is going to get another speed increase. You are getting a damage increase. Can't afford anything other than one of these towers, which is fine. I'm going to do that. That was such a good position for that. Here might be nice, actually, and then I've got, because it's turning there as well. Yeah, that sounds good. We're going to ban a choice this time. I'm not going to do anything else at the minute. I need that at 100, so if I do that, I'll put 2 on there, because to actually buy a worker I need 70, and I get 65 plus 10 is 70, so I'll be able to buy a house as well. Sometimes there needs to be a little bit of strategic playing around with the villages per turn. I'd also like to build a runestone tower. I could do that next turn. They're just really good at doing lots of damage to boss targets. And I have a few nice tall or high positions where I might get away with expanding its range to cover like this entire circle here, which would be very nice. Yeah, I'm sure they have more health than they did in the demo. Well, they've changed the type of mobs a bit. Uh-oh. This is the end. Boom. It was coming. It was coming. Choose your reward. Allows you to choose risk reward modifiers for upcoming waves. The Oracle. Or enhance the spell damage of hero spells. Let's go with the Oracle. I don't think I built that last. I selected it before. Unlocked a bunch of new buildings, which is good. We have some points to spend on perks now. So, Twist of Fate. That's rerolls. Giant Slasher. Increase the choice of legendary relics that boss drops. Yeah. Legendary Seeker. Add 1% chance to get legendary banners. That's expensive. Seeker of Rarity. Add 2% chance to get rare banners. They're like endgame stuff when you bent on everything else, I think. Strategic Mind, add 1 Banish. Eternal Glory. Increases the honor per wave and boss kill by 10%. Well, that's a no-brainer early on, isn't it? Because the sooner you take that, the more beneficial it's going to be. So let's just take that for 20%. Heritage, you start the game with another worker. I think that's beneficial early on. And then obviously you can get extra wood, stone, gold. Extra wheat is probably the way I'd go. Practice makes perfect. Inflation rate on repeat construction of the same tower type is reduced by 10%. So that's beneficial long term. The first beer production per game consumes 0 wheat. Beer is expensive to produce, I found in the demo. Statues bonus. These ones are currently locked. Probably because they've never built a market. Well, I think practice makes perfect. Reducing the price is quite nice. And that's probably all I can afford from the current sex. I think it starts at 15. Yeah, let's go with that. And then we play again. Choose your starter bonus. And your game mode. I only have normal mode at the moment. So, we can have less bandits in the first 3 waves. That's no real benefit. Gain 40 wheat immediately. Gain 2 chests. First 10 waves have 20% elite enemy chance and 60% elite enemy HP. Ooh. So 2 chests is nice. Elite enemies, I believe, have a chance to drop chests. But they'll have a lot of extra HP. 2 chests is a nice early bonus. 40 wheat is a worker. 40 wheat is going to be a worker. Both of these could provide a great bonus, but I'm very worried about the 60% additional HP. Let's risk it. I'm curious. Choose your reward. War supplies. We can have some gold. We can have some wood. We can have. Oh, I can have some wheat anyway. So let's take that. And then now I get to choose. That's right. You get some kind of relic. Spearhead common. All towers deal minus 5% damage. Increases the damage of the tower with the most DPS in the last wave by 100% instead. Blasting welcome. The first enemy to touch the village shield receives 3000 area damage. If unused, the damage increases over time. Does that mean it still damages the shield or it just dies? You can no longer demolish towers, but all towers deal an additional 10% damage. Yes. I'm not planning to delete any towers. Right, well, straight off the bat, I'm going to hire a worker. I'm going to build a house. Everything's pretty cheap right now, so 10 for one of these. And then that there. So we've got lightning tower, we've got an arrow tower. We're going to build that. And I'm just going to... How much is my next worker? 60. So I've got 4 workers already. Oh, I don't need another house yet, so I'll put 1 on wood, just so we have something coming in, and the rest are on people. Splendid. And obviously there's the other buildings we can build now. But there's still some we haven't unlocked, actually. Because there's buildings up here and that. Okay. I can actually afford to put volcano mortar down, but I don't want to yet. Nice, quick and easy. All of this is ticked over. We can afford another worker. The next one costs 80. We're going to put that there. Happy days. Next wave. So those rewards, or those chests, were why we got so many rewards at the start, which is quite nice. Obviously, we need to keep an eye out for elite enemies. Not time yet. Do I want to put a tower down? Certainly won't do any harm to do this. Let's go for that. It's quite nice because it is now 10% cheaper every time you build one. That was well worth doing. Getting that upgrade. Let's go. Little split there, but that's not too exciting. That's just begging for something to be put in the middle, like a runestone tower. If that middle one was higher, would be perfect, because you could hit everything around it. Beautiful. Right, so Bodkin Arrow increases the fire rate of your towers by 36%. That's very tempting. Chain crits. Each arc tower critical hit, not from jumps, slightly increases the tower's individual future chance. And that gives us 2 wood production. I'm going to go fire rate. I like the fire rate on those towers. You're going for damage. Still in this straight path, so I'm not keen on that. No, I'm not building that there. I can't delete towers later. I must remember that. Nothing's got through yet. Oracle choice. Oh, I can buy a new worker. Splendid. Let's put you on there. So now I need 70 wood. And I need 100. 28, 15. I really wanted to curve before I put down a volcano mortar to get the most use out of it. Just wondering if I build the quarry and start getting some more stone. Don't necessarily need to. I'm going to leave it that way around, actually. I don't need to build anything else yet. I have an idle worker? Ah. Okay, there we go. I have 2 on that in the end and leave 4 on there. Okay. Tornado would be good there, where they're all rejoining. I haven't unlocked that tower either yet. Quick and easy. Okay, choose your future. Path of Unity. I don't think this was in the demo. Oracle effect. In the next 5 waves, there will be almost no branching when exploring new areas. Only if the map building process requires branching. Or Path of Danger. In the next 5 waves, the chance of encountering elite enemies is increased. by 30%, which comes with its bonuses. However, we also took the thing that they would have 60% additional health if they spawned. But they drop a chest. The risk sounds fun. I might regret it, but the risk sounds fun, so let's do that. Let's put down an arrow tower. Here. In the middle. Ooh, the biome has changed. It's like all green here, but now it's gone sort of purpley. That's an elite enemy. We did kill it. Can't open it yet. I was slightly worried he was going to go straight past the towers there, to be honest. But it's okay. Nice, so we get to choose our hero. So this time, passive. Elite enemy chance plus 20%. We've already got like plus 40 or 50 now. One path tiles, half the chance of branches. Brings 100 wood. Building upgrade costs minus 10%. And this guy brings 40 gold and one random common banner. Guess that means you don't get a choice. Ice Strike does slow, kills 4 random enemies, no elites or bosses, so that's random. This guy has damage within a radius, and this guy is damage within a radius. Spell damage counts 2 times. This guy gets the lightning strike and the chain lightning that we had last time. Kind of leaning towards this one, but the building upgrade cost minus 10%. I'm not too bothered about. I'm gonna go with this guy because I like the lightning spells. I think they're pretty good. Let's see what this is. Ooh, straight away I know exactly what I want because we just got extra wood already, so we can do that. So we need 120 for the next worker, but let's do that. Let's level that up. Speed. This is starting to turn now. So this seems like a good time to put this down. Because at least I'll get multiple hits as they turn. Even if this doesn't curve back around this way. I've got the spells now. I'm quite happy to just continue. Yeah, that's good. Excellent. So we've got that curving right back around, so that's perfect. That was a good place to build that. In fact, I'm so pleased with that, I'd be tempted to put another one down in this area. I need another lightning tower, really. Lightning towers here would be good. It's a little bit far away. I think we're okay. No, we're fine. Lovely. Magma field, lightning surge. Lots of common. I could do a reroll, I guess, and see if we get anything else. Each arc tower critical hit. Arc tower hits have a chance to cause a max health focusing lightning strike. But not from the jumps. Has to be from the main attack. Volcano Mortar causes burn. I'm going to risk a reroll here. Crescendo Blast. Reduces area of effect. Volcano Mortar. In general. Every 4th shot is much larger. That's actually really disappointing. Chain Echo. Adds extra jumps to the arc tower. Jump damage plus 1%. I'm going to take that for the wood. Not particularly happy with it, but I'm taking it for the wood. The other one was better. The +5 legendary. Oh, this might be worth building now. So it increases workers' productivity. You'll notice it's all gone up a bit. So it adds an extra 2 per... Though, to make this better, you have to... increases the tavern's productivity bonus to your workers by 10%. So this is only for one game. It's not permanent. Or is this one's permanent? It's a waste of gold, maybe. The brewery requires a lot of wheat to give its bonus, so I never bother with that. Going to do that so we get some more stone. I'm not feeling great about my amount of towers right now. Oh well, we've still got the spells. We can speed the game up, by the way. Always worth remembering. I really want a lightning tower here. 29. I can. I won't be able to. Oh yeah, I will be able to afford one next turn. I can do maths, honest. In fact, no, I won't. It'll only be 34. And I need 29. Ugh. No, I need 29. I think I've. Wow, I am tired. I'm thinking it's 39. Of course, I'll be able to afford it. Damage increase. Speed increase. Speed increase. Lightning tower. Here. Ooh. Oh, here, where it doubles round. Yeah, there. And then I can hit them at both sides. And get a second chance to hit the ones as they go past. Lovely. I need 120 for that, so we can afford that. We've got 8 of those now. Let's drop that down. Let's put 3 on there. Put 5 on there. I would get more workers, but I need 140 wood first. So I need a substantial amount of wood to make it worthwhile doing that next upgrade before I start to worry about the wheat. So we switch things around. Have 4 in each of those. Yeah. These are our bonuses. Productivity bonus 20%. And the path of danger is still ongoing. Do love a tower defense game. I don't know why, but I've always really enjoyed tower defense stuff. I remember the modded maps in Warcraft. A few of these. Oh, we got an elite to kill. Q pressed and ready. I think we're okay. The arc jump's pretty good. Ooh. I'm just going to give them a helping hand there because I think that we're okay after that. We might have got away with it, but I wasn't feeling confident. Right. Here we go. Choose your reward. Leaning towards stone. More stone is good. Level that up now. More damage. Can afford a runestone tower. Now these are great, but see how small its range is. Like, that would be great if one of those was in the middle here. That's quite nice, putting it on the bonus. That's slightly better than a 2. It's 3 there. 2 there, 3 there. I don't think I stick it there. Let's do that. They're really good. And another lightning. One of those. That's a very nice place for one of these. Equally so is that. I'm doing that. And then I'm going to put one of these down because I get that other bonus from it. I'm not going to... That's a nice position for that. Get some good coverage then. Okay, happy days. Am I happy with these still? Yeah. Nothing to upgrade. Let's go. And we get a banner choice and an oracle choice this turn. Look at that thing. It's just that constant damage output on the... And you can change all of the towers' focus priority. So like most health, least health, most block. So at the minute I'm just leaving it as is, but there will come a point where you'll want them to target specific enemies to slow them down and stuff. Like, I'm sure there's one here for fastest enemy. Yeah, fastest. So like the frost towers, if you want to slow them down, I suppose you want them to target the fastest moving enemies. Yeah, they're amazing, but they're just such a short range. Obviously cleared up. Okay. Magical charge. Percentage of the spell damage bonus is added to the runestone tower damage. Ooh. Increase your spell damage by 0%. I don't think our spell damage is very high. Our bonus is very high at the minute. So I'm not sure. I think that... Yeah. No, I'm not sure that's good for us. Runestone towers increase the damage for each second they continuously target the same target. So that's pretty good. Not much of an increase. Fire rate goes to 63. I think we go with that. And now we get our new Oracle option. So, Path of Relics. In the next 5 waves, the chance of chests containing relics is multiplied by 4. Or in the next 5 waves, the chance of encountering elite enemies is increased by 30%. Do that again. The elites dropping the chests is nice. Okay, we're going to level up. Increase the fire rate. $42 and $14. The lightning ones are very, very, very good for us so far. Thinking about sticking one there. Equally, sticking the rune one on there is quite nice. Equally, that would be... I do like the runestone towers. Do we stick down another one of these? See, in an ideal situation, you'd focus on getting as many villages as you can possibly get first, because in the long run it works out better. But I don't think, until we have more unlocks, we're going to get that far anyway. Maybe that's just being too defeatist. Stick that tower there. Bit more damage output. Explore. Don't have the market yet. The market lets you buy relics if you have enough gold. Which I don't. Ah. Boss wave. Of course. I love those runestone towers. They're so fast. Hammering the boss. There's an elite here as well. I think we're fine. We've still got these towers up here. Let's cover. The boss is dead. That should be dead. That tower fight is so fast now, I love it. Nice. Boom. Perk unlock towers of gold. I didn't see both of those. We got a bunch more on us, so I can unlock other towers. Shadow tower. I've never had that before, it wasn't in the demo. Let's click these anyway. So, choose your reward. Chain Echo Legendary. Additional 5% damage, 2 jumps. Arc Tower hits deal increased damage against enemies with more than 70% health. Is that an additional 112%? As in double? Or just 12% more? I think that's like double. Again, this, because I don't have a spell damage bonus already, I don't think that helps. It's one of these two. I mean, if that is literally double damage effectively, then that is outstanding. More so further forward. Or is that going to be beneficial throughout? Let's do that one. Relic. Gain 120 gold. Or grants the choice of a legendary banner. Legendary banner choice. Runestone towers increase their damage for each second they continuously hit a target. Yeah, that's nice because it's a 20% increase. So boss has gone past, that's good. Volcanic eruption. Each volcano mortar begins to uncontrollably throw magma balls at random enemies. So I really like that one. And it's just giving us the opening blitz. I'm going for this one because the increased fire rate is big. And then choose your reward. Another relic. Necrotic curse. Elite enemies' HP will be reduced by 80%. Guard shield increases life points of the village shield by 10. Or elixir of ale boost. The productivity bonus due to beer increases by 20%, but that's only if you've got the beer then, not just by having the tavern. So that's not beneficial. If that worked with just the tavern, I'd get that, but I'm not going to actually produce beer. Unless it does apply. There's one way to find out is I click it, and it either goes up by 20% or it doesn't. Is it a waste then? Probably, but I'm going to do it because I'm curious. Nah, worker productivity bonus has only gone up by that much. So it'd only be if it's supplied with beer. Fair enough. Good to know. Let's unlock something else. I've never had the Shadow Tower. Kind of want to build that. How much are they? 20 and 10. I need to get some gold. Definitely going to put it there, because now we can hit everything in that area. And let's get one of these down here as well. Oh, choices. I don't want to put one over here somewhere. Oh, there. That means we get this, and this, yeah. That's quite nice. I'm going to let that build up a bit more now. Let's explore. Ooh, this is nice because it's doubling back around here. Got to keep an eye on the range on that one because it might be able to hit them here. So that's quite interesting. Weakness debuff 10%. So lots of damage stuff right after that would be beneficial. So we can sort that out. You're going to need a damage buff. Speed this up. One elite enemy, good. Oh, loads of level ups. Okay. Hang on. Definitely damage increase. Damage for now. I'm going to take the gold. Taking the wood. There is method to my madness. Speed increase and speed increase. So the reason for that is I can now build the house, and I can reduce that there and put 2 people on there. That works. Now, I think a lightning thing here? Yeah. Just because that's going to weaken them, so that'll do more damage. Yeah, let's go. Explore, explore, explore. Haven't had to use these much, thankfully. So now, because that's doing extra damage. Not a lot of extra damage, but extra damage. And every little helps in the long run. Speed this up. I'm not concerned. We're going to clean this up, hopefully. Yep, there we go. So, increase the area of effect on that. That is kind of makes it smaller but bigger on the 4th shot. Arrows from the arrow tower deal more damage and have the chance to fire an additional arrow. I think that then, the wider blast, just make it do more damage. That is going to be speed level up. Oh, there we go. So volcano mortar upgrade. Nah, it's not in range of that, so it doesn't matter. Let's do damage. Anything else leveled up? Yeah, these have. Let's do range on this and damage. We've got a bit of cash for this at the minute. Volcano mortar. That might be a nice position for one. I will hold my horses though. Oh, that's leveled up. Damage. Maybe next turn. Switch that because we need 140 for a worker. As I say, the earlier you do that, the better. I expected us to be having more issues by now. I expect the next boss will finish us off. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get further than I think we will. I'm currently running it 2 times. There's an elite on the way. Everything has more and more health now. I think we're okay. Yeah. Oh, my hero leveled up. That's new. Hang on a minute. Upgrade your spells. 1 point available. I've got a point in each area. So upgrading that, I think, is that side. So lightning bolt jumps to 3 nearby targets and deals 75% the original damage. And this one is the lightning bolt jumps to 3 nearby targets and deals 75% the original damage. I'll probably use this more, so let's upgrade that. Wait, hang on. Oh, I see. Hang on. So this would be Chain Thunder, so 1,000 damage to an enemy and jumps to 3 more targets than usual. Or Lightning Net deals 500 damage to an enemy and jumps to 7 more targets than usual with increased jump distance. What about if I click on that one? Okay, so this one would either be Thunder Strike, deals 1,800 damage to an enemy and will jump, or Lightning Cascade Deals 300 damage to random enemies and still jumps. Well, that's very similar to what we've already got. I mean, that would be a huge improvement to damage, wouldn't it? Almost double. I'm going with that one. Okay, enhance your passives. Your economy passive. Spell damage plus 20%. Wood per worker. Stone. Tower construction costs decrease. Or wood or gold per worker. Spell damage plus 20% would be good. And then tower passives. Increased volcano damage. Crit chance. Runestone crit chance. Damage for all towers. A runestone tower fire. Damage for all towers plus 10%. Long term would be good. Volcano mortar damage. I think it's got to be the damage for all towers, hasn't it? It's just, it is the best option. Chest to open. Ooh. Gold, because I'm short on gold. Because I haven't built that yet. I'm currently working towards this. I actually got lots of wood at the moment, so I'm going to put an extra person on that for now. I want another runestone tower, and I'm leaning towards putting it down here somewhere. There's not a really nice position there, though. I wanted it near that. Closer to it. It's a shame there isn't a higher one here. Maybe not then. I was debating one of these here would be pretty good because it's got such nice coverage. Oh, there, because it hits the other side as well. Perfect. Tempting to stick one of these down as well, but like here where it's in range of all these other towers, or even like there, so the rune towers are hitting. Maybe here, because I've got a few lightning towers there. I think there. Damage increase. I'll level up here as well. Oh, that's the new tower. Damage, range, fire increase, penetration, barrier, damage. Maybe it's overall damage, so it's doing more. Could also use an arrow tower. It's a decent position for one of those. Arrow towers obviously bring in more wood for us, so it's worth building those. Any other changes? No, but it will be an oracle choice. Let's go. Little gold dots suggests to me that these units have armor. They do. Pretty much nearly everything there has armor now. Need to keep an eye on that. Speed this up. I don't think we need to worry too much yet. I like the shadow towers. I think they're really helping at the minute. And we've got some slowness towers next to it as well. Some of the frost ones. That'd probably be quite nice. Lovely. Oh, perk unlocked. Versatility. Okay, so a new choice. We either do, in the next 5 waves, your workers work 20% more effectively, but enemies move 20% faster. Or in the next 5 waves, the chance of chests containing relics is multiplied by 4. That one. Tower. I like the towers. The arrow towers. Damage on that. You can probably do damage now instead of anything else. You're getting a damage buff. Looks good. Let's continue. What was that? Feast is available? Oh, there. For 5 waves, your workers gain 30% productivity. But it costs 90. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think that's worth it. No. Next wave. Starting to get a lot of health now. Not looking forward to the next boss. I don't think I'll be able to beat him. We'll see though. It's not going too badly so far. It's easier to speed up some of these waves where we know we're just clearing trash. You can see the armor symbol flashing up above them. That must be when it's kicking in. Oh, these... I hate these enemies. When you kill them, they split into lots of mini enemies. Stone golems. Oh no, orc generals. And then what do they spit out? Orc minions. Nice. Insanity. Increases the damage of all shadow towers. No increase in projectiles, though. Increases the amount of projectiles at legendary. Okay. Arrows of the arrow tower inflict bleeding debuff. Or we do that again. And they fire even faster. I'm going to do barbed arrows because although it's not the fanciest one, we do have a lot of arrow towers. Damage increase. Damage increase. Arrow tower speed increase. Aha. we can now afford that. We hire a worker. Next worker will cost 160, which is a few waves to afford. Let's stick another one on that now. Definitely some lightning to be going on here. I'm concerned about the... I'm going to build it there. I'm concerned about these enemies that spawn little minion enemies because they move very fast and there's a lot of them. And the best thing for killing them is stuff like this. It does AoE. Or chain damage, I should say. Okay. I think we're good. Let's go. Wait, what? Enemy attributes. Barrier. You can click on enemies anytime you view their attributes and abilities in the top left corner. These villains, for example, have a barrier that protects them and the enemies below. 5,000 barrier. Okay. So that changes things. I think he just teleported forward as well. He does, he has a teleporter. When entering the first tower radius. So that's an elite. Now there's a purple health bar, which probably means that he's got 10,000 health, I assume. Yeah, 10,000. Yeah, I like that there, because I can hit them at the start, and then I can hit them at the sort of later on. Those barriers are annoying. See what I mean? If they die up here, then they spawn these guys. And you have to have enough towers up there to kill them. Look at them all. We need lightning tower up here now. We're at that stage. I think we're okay, yeah. Nice. What we got in here? Ooh. Relic. So, Torch of Fortune grants 15% chance of workers to produce 4 additional resources per work cycle. For gold, it's only 2. The life points of the village shield are below 50%. You receive 2 energy. Final rags. Allow spending up to minus 20% gold. While in debt, you lose 2 extra gold per wave until it balances. I'm leaning towards that. Attack speed, damage, attack speed. You can now do damage because your attack speed is pretty high. You can do damage. Damage for the rune. Lightning tower is getting expensive. No changes this turn. concerned about the Orc generals if they start popping further up. They are slow though, so... Got the spell at the ready now. I think we're okay. Actually didn't go too badly. They did get quite far up though. You can maybe fire rate for this guy. Let's do fire rate on that now. You're going to get fire rate increase. You're getting a damage increase. You are getting a damage increase. Can afford to unlock the tornado tower now. Let's do that. Because that gives us a fairly cheap tower. These are weird towers. They're very weird towers. We'll put one there. Oh, we're so close. So close. So close. Next turn. Arrow tower down? Probably worth it. I'm thinking there. So we can hit both sides, and again it adds to the wood income. Banner choice this turn, let's go. No, I'm not bothered about that. Next wave. We're now into light blue territory out here. Speed things up a bit. Thank you again to the dev team for the key, by the way. I do love a tower defense game. I played a few in recent times. Some of them just didn't hit the mark for me. These are new. Gargoyles. Not feeling good about this. That was a waste because but nothing else was going to fire at him. Assisting. Rapid Archer. Oh, that's the 3-arrow burst thing. None of those are particularly good. I'm going to take the reroll option. Nice. So we do more damage. And we have potential to do the extra shot. That was nice. The lucky shot was what we got last time. Chain Echo isn't a massive increase. That, again, is an increase to the speed of fire. I think... Umming and ahhing between these two. Extra shot chance is pretty decent. the speed of the volcano. Let's do this volcano one. Choose your reward. Ooh. Unique fusion. Damage of the volcano mortar scales with the damage edifiers of the arrow towers. Share 90%. Doesn't tell me what it does, really. Fire arrows, unique fusion. The arrows of the arrow tower burn and add burn stacks based on the stack impact of magma field. Do I have magma field? Does that just make it vanish? What happens if I click that button? That's what I wanted to check. I don't have... Oh yeah, tower fusion's there. Okay, that's cool. What damage bonuses do I have for that? 12%. It's not a lot. See, it's not going to add burn stacks because I don't have magma field. I'm going to go with that one, since it will have an immediate effect. That's really interesting. Damage increase, damage increase, damage increase, damage increase. I forgot to look at my tornado tower and see if it was working. Just remember to watch this turn. Oh, I'm going to have to put this here, aren't I? Just because of the massive range. Yeah. Oh, we can afford our last worker, and then we can just get rid of all of those. I'm going to build that. Let's get 3 people on there. We got 4 people on there. We've got 3 people on there. Excellent. No more upgrades this turn. How's the damage on these now? 256. 286. 226. I don't think the damage from the arrow thing has added much to it, to be honest, but I think the fire arrows would be better if we'd got the other upgrade. So, for next time. Well, that's interesting, because it kind of slows them down a bit, because they're going almost back on themselves before they come up to us. That's interesting. Tornado, there's a tornado. Shield guys are quite annoying. Most of the shields are gone by the time they get up here, though, which is good. I haven't seen the elites for a while. Speed speed this bad boy up again. Okay, just got a crit, which is nice. We are okay again. These are going to release a lot of little dudes. Oh, we're fine now. Cleaned up before they get there. Okay, new path. Diversion. The next 5 waves, there will be at least one tile containing a branch. Path of Unity. In the next 5 waves, there will be almost no branching when exploring new areas. Makes no particular difference to me, that. I should have re-rolled it. I did have the option. Level up. Damage. Okay. Volcano. Put it on the 3 there would be good. Yeah, that's some good AoE damage. Let's go with that. Boss wave. Ooh, these are new. Runes. Different runes. What do they mean? I can't test it. I guess I have to survive this wave to know. I'm going to assume the red one is damage. The blue one I don't know. I'm going to have to save this massive damage spell for the big guy, I expect. 30,000 HP. So that's not going to do a lot of damage to his health. This is going to be a rough wave. I always knew this boss wave was going to be hard. There's no way I'm going to kill that boss, is there? Nah. They're going to kill it before the boss even gets there at this rate. We might just survive this if the... Oh, saved by the mortars. He still has quite a bit of health left. $10,000. He's going straight through to that wall or that door. Yeah. He's healing them as well. Oh god. Yeah. I had a feeling we weren't going to make it past that. Choose your reward. Sacrificial altar. Market for the relics. A few more unlocked perks. Let's have a look. Or you start with a common relic in each game. I don't have many honor points to spend here. I could utilize my code now that we've played a bit and get a bunch of honor points. I think it's 3,500 or something. Earn from trading ships. Oh, I haven't built the trading post yet, so I don't know what to expect from that. Maybe it's time to start getting the bonuses from these, so we have extra resources at the beginning. I think I'm leaning towards that. So we have extra stone and wheat and things. Gold I'm not too fussed on at the minute. I'm gonna go for the harvester's head start and stone. Leaderboard. Of course, there's not going to be a huge amount of players yet, is there? So these are other people who already have access. So it'll be some people that have early access like me to do reviews and play the game and show it off and stuff. And then some of these might be the developers. All of this on normal mode. Oh, you can go Platinum, Obsidian, and Valhalla. Very nice. You only show the first 84 entries, so it's nice to not be at the bottom. Number 1, so you do have some Valhalla people up there. Ah, Stunforge. Speaking of developers. Nice to see developers, I assume another developer. Nice to see developers right up there in their own game. That's always a good thing. Okay, that's quite cool. I quite like to see the developers being playing it that much. That's pretty nice. Right, if I go back to the main menu, I can use my code redeem, which I don't know if everyone has that code or not. If you saw it, then obviously you can enter it. I didn't give me. Did it give me many discoveries? Oh no, that's my score. That's fine. I guess I can't spend it till I die again. Or I could, but either way, it doesn't matter. All banners in the first banner choice are at least rare. Gain 2 relics. Or 2 rerolls. Rerolls even. Relics would be nice. Gain 120 stone. Lose 1 life point per wave. Well, then you'd be dead after 10 waves. Well, the best one is that then. 2 rerolls. Disappointing starter bonus. Right. Straight away, hire worker. Build that. $25 plus 30. We've got plenty of stone at the minute. Oh, there's my 3,500. I could unlock the other towers. Oh, that's a good use of them. We can unlock the other towers and have a look at them, can't we? So, Frost Tower costs 50. That costs... They're expensive. Unleashes its destructive shots over a massive range. And that is emits slowing nova with minor damage to enemies in its radius. No use to us at this point, but nice to know it's there. So next worker costs 60. Could build a house. I think it's always good to have an arrow tower there. I think it's always good to have an arc tower there. And let's just get on the road with this. We'll find that. I don't think we need to build anything else yet, so let's just explore again. Lovely. Right, let's build a house, hire a worker. Get all our workers as quickly as possible this time. It's a bit early for a runestone tower, but another lightning tower would not go amiss. There. Explore. Because it has good range there to hit them as they come around. Critical chance, not great. Chain echo, 1 jump, 3% damage. Arc tower hits deal increased damage against enemies with more than 70% health. Beneficial now, but not in the long run. Beneficial in the long run. Fire rate. Damage. Next worker costs 80. We're almost there. Do I want to put a tower down? So it wouldn't do any harm. I'm going to explore and then put it down because... Ooh. Interesting. Wasn't really expecting it there. Is this going to double back this way? And next 5 waves spell damage is increased. We are a wave of getting a hero. In the next 5 waves, there'll be no branching things. Spell damage. Here our next worker. Straight on that. Explore straight away. So yeah, maybe somewhere back here would be more beneficial then. I'm not too worried about this wave. I'm just hanging on. Keep wanting to escape to get rid of that, but I just need to right click. Right, heroes. Trading ships cost minus 40%. I've never built that. Maybe I could do that this turn. Or this game. Tower upgrades minus 1 gold. I'm not really bothered about that. Spells. AoE attacks. Brings a chest. Halves the chance of branches. I'm not bothered about the branches too much. Brings golden wood. Massive lightning strike and fireball. He's got the best spells. Very curious about the trading ship. I'm doing that because I want to see the trading ship. Next work costs 100. Okay. That might be a nice place for a runestone tower. Our tower there's quite nice. Can shoot at both sides. Gives us decent coverage. Damage increase on that. I think we're going to be okay here. Yep. That one. Immediately. Just for the extra wood. The extra wood that it provides is so nice. To the point that eventually you could potentially just not have anyone chopping wood down. Speaking of, we do that, we do that. Next worker is 120. The sooner we have the workers, the more benefit we get out of them long term. So it's worth doing it. It does mean I can't afford a tower, but it's fine. We can use the spells. Might as well use them. Lovely. Another nice place for arrow tower. Couple of upgrades here. Damage increase. Rate of fire increase. Next one gets a marker to offer, unless it's free. I think the first one might be free each game. So that'll be a free relic. Nice. Just use it. Excellent. So relics. The first relic is on me. Oh. It might only be the first ever time you get one that you get it for free. So, our choice is either for each wave where a tower has dealt 0 DPS, it permanently receives 3% damage. So that could add up to a lot of damage for the back towers. Loaded dice. The banner you have picked the most is always offered in the banner choice events. 1 banish per tower types you have chosen. I'm going for that. Long term, I think that's very beneficial. Right. I feel like we struggled a little bit there. I had to use both spells. Just wondering if it's time to drop that and increase that. Probably. I think we might be in trouble already here. I may have made some poor choices. Oh no, it didn't get through in the end. It killed it. Okay. We might be okay. I think we're okay. I feel lucky though. I feel lucky. A lack of stone is hurting me right now. Lucky shot. Damage extra shot chance. Wood. Definitely that. In the next 5 waves, your tower construction costs are reduced by 25%, but the cost reduction of tower upgrades per wave is no longer applied. In the next 5 waves, the chance of chests containing relics is multiplied by 4. That one. Cheaper construction costs. We need some AoE towers. Oh, it's a boss wave as well. Now I might be in trouble. Oh well. Fun and games. Doesn't always go to plan. Need more stone. They're going to get through and do some damage, but I need to kill the boss, really. Because there aren't enough of the other enemies, but the boss has to die. Out of range. We lose. Yeah, short-lived. That did not go to plan. We can unlock a load of perks, though. Without bonuses from before. Definitely want the starting stone increase. Definitely want that increase. More gold. More of that. Increases the tavern's productivity bonus for your workers by 10%. And by 20%. So that just applies all the way through. Without needing the... without needing the beer. We're going to pay a giant slasher. Here's the choice of relics. I'm not too bothered about that. Start each future game with a common relic. Yeah. Postpone pleasures. Allows you to reserve a relic in the market. This will appear in the next market. It costs 5 more gold. Never got to build my trade ship. I'm thinking the shield wall goes up. Double the shield wall. Not that it helps us versus the boss, but it does versus everything else. Be a productivity bonus increase. I might hang on to the other points for when this other stuff unlocks. Let's go. Choose your relic. Oh, it's not even random. We get to choose it. 50% for workers to produce an additional 4 resources. Would be very beneficial right from the start. 10% return when demolishing tower. Don't demolish towers. At the moment, at least. At each economy phase, the upgrade cost of a random tower is reduced by 5. I don't care about that. Whenever you cast a spell, gain 2 gold. Don't care about that. All towers deal minus 5% damage. Don't care about that. Yeah, definitely that one. And then choose your starting bonus. First tower gets a common banner choice. Gain 40 wheat. At least one banner in the first banner choice is legendary. I think we got that before. Upgrade the above common relic to a rare one. Ooh. Okay. Transforms itself into a random legendary relic after 5 waves. That's pretty cool. The next construction. Building tower outpost is free. No. 1 banish per tower type. No. Stacks 25 stone at the start of each economy phase. Resets the stack to 0 when a tower is built. Ugh. Does that mean all stone? Gain 40% spell damage. All elite enemies now significantly more health points. The next 4 elite enemy chests only contain banners. kind of leaning between that and the spell damage increase. I think we'll go with that one and get a random big bonus in for legendary. Right, well, straight away we hire a worker. Build that. It's 60 for the next one, yeah, so we'll get that next turn. I always build an arrow tower here, but I wonder if it's worth building a runestone tower. I'm going to go with that, a runestone tower and a lightning tower, since we now afford it at the start. They should melt everything here for quite a few turns. Famous last words. I've never built trade resources, trading. I'm wondering if I get a trade ship that just constantly uses money. Apologies, I'm yawning. It is late. My cup of tea went cold. I forgot to drink the rest of it. Thankfully it's Earl Grey, so it doesn't taste too bad cold. Build the tavern right off the bat, and then that way we already have a bonus to production. Yeah, that works. Let's go. Very easy. We get... Can't get the other worker yet because we need that, but we can do it now. They're going to go on food production. We're going to explore. Just rattle through this. Lovely. It's nice when it has such a long range. 80 for the next worker, 70 for the next house. We're okay at the minute. Banner choice this turn. Go. Lightning surge. Percentage of spell damage bonus is added to Runestone Tower. That would be amazing if we had the relic that gave 40%. We saw it earlier. Or the crit chance. I'm going to re-roll that because I don't think any of them are very good. Runic Fire Aura. Increase the fire rate of towers in the radius of each runestone tower. Gives you a reason to build them all next to each other. The power of the runestone tower is distributed across 3 beams to attack different enemies. The damage of the beams is reduced to the value specified below, so each one does 41%. I'm going to try it because I've never tried it before. I might regret it. I think it would be better with a bigger range if we're doing that with it. It might be very bad in the long run. Let's hire another worker. Let's get more wood. More relics if we get any crates. Sounds good to me. We're going to build that. We're going to build that. We're going to another worker. We're going to do that. So get 70. Next one's 120. Fine. Hero choice this turn. Watch this very closely. Yeah, they've got this. Very nice. Okay, so 1 random common banner, 40 gold, and 2 spells. The slow one, the lightning jump. Passive attributes, 100 wood, building upgrade called minus 10%. Passive attributes, elite enemy chance plus 20%. Good for more chests. Tower upgrades minus 1 gold per tower level. Here's the best spells. Choose your reward. Receive a ghost worker. Yes. Oh, we'll have the maximum of this in no time. And he brought 100 wood, so... In fact... Already afford the final house, but there's no need for that yet. I don't need to build that, do I? I think I'd be better off spending it on that. Taking that away for now and putting him there. So we have some stone coming in. Because we've got the spells now to help with everything else. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that relic was the other one converting. Okay, cool. We messed up. We messed up. Definitely should have put more towers down. Rapid Archer increases the fire rate of that. Let's do that one. Increase the fire rate. The worker there. Go on that. This looks like it's doubling around on itself here, so this might be a good place to build that. Next worker is 140, which we'll be able to afford immediately after this, but we don't have enough wood. So we need 140 wood for the house, so it doesn't make sense to get that in one turn. Let's do that. Explore. No problem. Always through that. Gold of extra towers really helped. Bit of a damage boost to that. Damage boost to that. Oh, I can afford that now. Yeah, seems like a good place for that. Let's take 2 off there, 1 on there, or 1 there, 1 there. 3, 3, 3. That works. Let's wave. Feeling a bit more confident this time. I think we'll get through the boss wave without an issue. That said, that's what the shield's there for, to help out early on. Right, we can choose and afford a relic. Your towers gain plus 15% accuracy, ignores block chance, doubles the chance of 4 hex fields appearing. You can no longer demolish towers, but they all do 10% damage. Well worth spending some gold. Ooh, we can afford a frost tower. I'm not sure that's a great benefit right now, though. Tornado tower might be. Tornado tower. Attack speed. Attack speed. Worth building that next turn. 28 this turn. Seems like a good idea to build one of these then. It'd be a range bonus, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'm thinking there. Okay, and explore. Ooh, 2 entry points. I'm going to expand it around this way though, because then we're just catching more of them. Well, I set this to be the fire the one furthest in front. It's absolutely fine this time. Runic Fire Aura. Tornadoes briefly stun the enemy on impact. I like the fact it slows them down. It's a small stun, but it might help. The next 5 waves, the honor gained is doubled. Just go for that one again. Not too bothered. Damage bonus on that. Right. Higher, higher. Or build higher. We'll have the maximum workers in a turn or two. Explore. Volcano Tower. I'll also spend on the arrow towers now as well. Good spot for an arrow tower. Okay. Beautiful. Looked a tiny bit dicey, but it's okay. Fire rate bonus 12%. Spell damage bonus. Increase spell damage by 4%. Volcano mortar. Burn. Yes. And then a relic. The one standard. Banners that are required for fusion are unique banners. -1. Until your next chosen fusion banner. After then, the requirements increase permanently by 1. Claws. Boost crit damage by 75% for all towers. It's nice. $160. I'm just guaranteeing I get this turn, and then I don't have to worry about it anymore. 42 and 14. Seems like a decent position for that. Explore this way. No, next wave. Want some more volcano towers down. I feel like they do a lot of damage. Excellent. Right, so final worker is hired. Let's get rid of all of that. Let's do this. 5, 5. Build that. 3 on that. 4 on there, 4 on that. Do I need that many on there? Probably not. Let's do it on stone. Let's get one of these towers down here somewhere. Level up here, damage. Level up here, arrow tower speed. Got a banner choice this turn. Let's explore that. They're going to rejoin here. Interesting. Give them a helping hand. Might as well use the spells. Okay. So arrow tower. That's the 3 arrows instead of 1. Increase tornado damage per missing HP on the enemy. 1 HP equals 1% damage increase. That's a percentage of HP though, not actual 1 HP. Now, that would make it very strong. Increases the range of the volcano mortar, reduces the fire rate. Reroll. Tornadoes briefly stun the enemy for 7 seconds instead. That increases the beam damage of the runic. That one. Hero level up and mark it off for this turn. You're going to get a damage boost. You're going to get a damage boost. You're going to get a speed boost, or fire rate boost. Damage. Speed. Okay, now we can buy pretty much anything we want. I've never built one of these towers. A Raven tower. Wow, look at the size of that. What kind of damage does it do as well? I mean... It makes sense to build it over here, right? Really curious what this does. Hey, Bamalam, how are you doing? I'm building towers. This is a new one, I don't know what it does. The Raven Tower unleashes its destructive shots over a massive range. The most powerful tower in our arsenal to take out the strongest enemies easily. Oh wow, it does do a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Cost a lot. Really curious to see what that does. Yeah, this is Nordhold. I played the demo not long ago on the YouTube channel. I put a little video up and they've given me a key for the release version, which is coming out on 25th. I do love a tower defense game and I think they've done a really good job with this one. Right, we're good. Right, we can explore and just see where we get to. Oh, wow. That just, like, blats a single enemy. Very slow fire rate, though. But... did something just say immune? Things keep saying immune to that. Maybe it's only good against bosses? disappointed if that only works on bosses. I did some damage there. Maybe I need to focus that on the... Hang on. Let one get through that. Upgrade your spells. What can arcane... So the arcane explosion can be upgraded into... Deals 150 damage within the radius. 400 damage within the radius. Gain 1% spell damage. And that one does a big nuke and jumps. I'm using that a lot at the moment, so we'll upgrade that. Enhance your passives, so economy points. Spell damage plus 20%. Each worker generates 1 gold per wave. Tower construction minus 5%. Spell energy plus 1. Tower construction overall will be beneficial. And then our passives, rate of fire for every single tower, 10% improvement. That's probably the way to go since it applies to everything. Runestone, tower, fire damage and stuff. Jump plus 1 for the arcs. Plus 4 high chance times 2. Fire rate of all towers. We cannot afford any relics. It's fine, I'm not bothered about that. Okay. Let's stick this down here. Gonna level that up for more damage. Damage. I'm still trying to look at whether this one could attack the... Focus on the boss or elite enemies. That should be priority. Then the highest health, I guess. In fact, no. Secondary health regening ones. And then after that, I don't care. Highest health, I guess. Or even... the one that spawns minions, so the minions spawn earlier. I haven't built a frost tower yet. That might be fun to build around here. To slow them down for this. Haven't built one yet. Let's build one and see what it's like. And we'll put down an archery tower. There in the middle. Pretty straightforward. Explore. Off we go. I like this game allows you to choose when the wave comes. Oh, that just melted whoever's at the front there. It should now attack that guy because he's technically not an elite though. Yeah, that's working well. Still a few little ones getting through. Okay, new oracle. Path of Haste. For the next 5 waves, your workers work 20% more effectively. The enemies move faster. For the next 5 waves, your tower construction costs are reduced by 25%. But the reduction of tower upgrades per wave is no longer applied. I'm not bothered about that, so let's have some cheap towers. I know exactly what I want. I want some more lightning towers on the way to the main base. There. Oh, Shadow Tower would be nice as well here. Right in this area. When it's coming into all of this stuff. Yeah, that's nice. Let's go next wave. We can be pretty quick about this. Feeling pretty confident at the moment. So the Shadow Tower makes them weaker. Just need to keep an eye on it here now in case any of these get through. It's these fast moving ones and I've got nothing covering this area, so I need to rectify that. Do have my spells if I need them. Nah, we're good. We're good. Okay, so new options. Because we've got the Shadow Towers down. Increase the damage of all Shadow Towers. Damage plus 30%. Projectiles is the same. Our towers do bleeding. Weakness decreases the enemy's defense attributes. It also increases duration of the weakness debuff. That's a big improvement on that tower. Okay, we need stuff in between here, cause how much are these now? 52.17. We need something in between. Just to provide more cover against those little ones. It's worthwhile putting down another one of these as well. Any level ups recently? Getting close to a boss wave. that close. Next. This little setup here is good. The shields are coming now, though. Too many little ones. Had to kill them. Shame. It's me out of spells, so I think we're okay though. As long as there's only little ones on their own, we're fine. Did have to use both spells though, which is not ideal. Rune tower here should slow some of them down. And equally, an ice tower there will finish the job. We can put another arrow tower up this way. Looks. See if that's improved things a bit at the back end. Obviously, ideally, it would be good to kill everything here, but if anything does slip through, we need to know it's going to die. Feeling good here. Yeah, we're going to take some. Should be alright now, though. I really don't like those little ones. Tornado tower back here would be good. Pretty good range on that. Most one closest to the front. So that should stun anything that gets to there. Tower down. Okay. slightly worried about not even reaching the next boss at the minute. Change priority to take out the shield guys. Yeah, that stun's helping because it allows everything else to fire. I'm ready with the spell still low. Yeah, that stun really helps. Nice. Range of the... No, we don't want to increase the range of that. Frost towers exchange their slow effect for increased damage. No. Tornadoes start extremely strong, but weaken by 15%. More damage is good, and I'm more using them for the stun anyway. Elite enemy chests can no longer hold relics or banners, but grant 100% more resources. The economic phase, no. Elite enemies, HP will be reduced. Not worth spending the money on. Oracle choice this turn. Let's put down one of these around here, just to add to the damage in this area. How much is that? See, the shadow thing's pretty good because it will make them take more damage here. But I'm not sure if we're going to get absolutely mangled on the boss again. I'm not feeling super confident about it. I'm very worried that one of the tooltips is wrong because I haven't had any level ups on my towers in a long time. And the tooltip implied that the upgrades wouldn't continue. Or upgrade stuff, but I don't know if the level ups have stopped. We're okay. These guys are annoying. I'm surprised they're getting so far through. Next 5 waves, the chance of encountering uncommon banners increased. Next 5 waves, the chance of encountering enemies is increased. Yes. That means we get more. Oh, there we go. We do have some level ups, finally. Many, though. Okay, boss is coming. I don't want to put a rune thing down. I'm leaning towards there, yeah. And then since it's a boss on the way, that will prioritize hitting the boss potentially. I'm just going to put down everything I can right now. Here comes the boss. Oh, I forgot to see what that is, but I think that's going to be damage. I know what the blue one will be. Attack speed, maybe? The boss has a lot of health again, 30,000. My concern is that Both has taken very little damage so far because of the shields. Not good. Not enough damage. GG. Definitely could have done better than that. We get another unlock. Send workers on missions to earn rewards. Enhances the hero tower. I don't want to do the lighthouse. I haven't seen that one before. New perks. Superior architecture. Resourceful deals. What's superior architecture? It might be in an actual building, to be fair. Lighthouse. Fat loot. Gain 1 banner option on missions. That's worthwhile, so we get an option of an extra legendary. I'm going to do that so we get some more rerolls. It doesn't tell you how much it increases the chance of finding legendary relics at the market buy. I don't want to do the fat loot one. I think the extra gold at the start is beneficial. I've never used the statue yet. I should really do that. I think I'll to save the rest of my points till later, but not too bad. Back to the menu. My score went up very slightly, so if I now go to the leaderboard, I'm still at 38. You can select you don't want to participate in the leaderboard as well, which is nice. It's like an optional thing. I need to get higher. I'll play some more tomorrow. Thank you very much, anyone who's joined me, but I will call it night. There it is. Oh my god, it's 20 past midnight. I didn't even realise it was that late. 21 minutes past to be exact. Thank you very much for joining me. Anyone who's popped along or anyone who watches the VOD later. And always nice to see you, Bamalam. I like playing these weird games. It's really good. I do love a tower defense. It's not too stressful. It's a little bit more relaxed. But have a nice evening or enjoy your day, as the case may be, Bamalam. I'll see you soon.